friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Christine. This is Brooklyn if you watched my last catch-up video. So today I thought it'd be fun to share a huge haul of everything that I got while Brand and I were in Europe for the month. We got a lot of vintage things. I have some new items, purchased a couple of bags while we were in Paris. This video is actually way overdue. So if you saw my last video, we got a puppy and we are actually furnishing our house now as well. So definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But our hands have been full and we've just been so busy. If you're a dog mom, kudos to you because that is so draining. Like last night, I think I hardly got any sleep. Anyways, I'm really excited. I'm going to share all the pieces that I picked up in Paris, some of the vintage pieces that Brand and I picked up. It is quite the haul, but you guys wanted to see it, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so maybe we'll start off in the order that I kind of got everything because there's a lot. So Brand and I actually discovered a vintage shop called Bottega Jazz Band in Lake Garda. Lake Garda is kind of like in northern Italy. It's the lake right next to Lake Como, which is where Brand and I are gonna get married in 2024. But we stumbled upon this amazing vintage shop. On the top floor, she had a bunch of designer like archival pieces that were marked down like 70%. So we got a lot of things that were a really great deal. First thing that I picked up was this Vivienne Westwood blazer. It's gorgeous. It's almost like this linen material. The only thing I will say is I've worn it a couple times and it wrinkles very easily. That's the only problem with linen, but it's a great summer piece. With the dress, it would look super cute even if I wore some like really tiny little shorts or a skirt and wore this like as a top. It would be a great night out piece. So this is just a gorgeous timeless piece I'm gonna have in my closet forever. I feel like I always say that, but at this point in my life, every time Brand and I go shop, I always want to think about like pieces that are high quality that I'm going to keep forever. Next, this is something that Brand actually picked out for me. It's a Jean Paul Gaultier jacket. It's super flowy and thin. This is actually great for warmer months. It's a really thin piece, so I don't have a whole lot of jackets that are like this. I'm also a big fan of Jean Paul Gaultier, and the more that I discover from this designer, the more I like it. It kind of reminds me a lot of Jacquemus, but they're more of an OG. Another designer I love is Issey Miyake. This is a gorgeous trench coat, and this is actually the first piece that I picked up from Jazz Band. I just knew I had to have this. Every time I see Issey Miyake vintage in any sort of store, I'm immediately drawn to it, and I love that this is kind of like a water repellent material, but it still can be worn every day. The color is kind of like a creamy, almost off-white that is gonna go with everything. It is really oversized, so I can see myself styling this a lot, especially back in Seattle where it rains all the time. I'm originally from there, but I go visit there all the time. A stylish rain jacket is always something like worth investing in. Another piece that I got from Bottega Jazz Band is a vintage Comme des Garçons blazer. This is from 1994, so the year Brand and I were born. It's just kind of a really cool canvas blazer. It's really thick and warm, so it just is super structured and boxy. So there's definitely a lot of ways that I can wear this. Brandon's jealous that he can't fit into it. I think this is the last piece that I picked up from Jazz Band. This is the brand Anne Dulmeister. I've seen this brand here and there, but personally it's my first piece from the brand. It is like a well-known designer, but it's just a gorgeous crop jacket. I love that it has these like longer pieces of fabric that you can tie together or just kind of leave hanging. It's just a beautiful flowy jacket. It's a little bit on the thinner side, so great for layering and stuff like that, but I love it. I love a good crop jacket, and I think the color is just, it's black. It's gonna go with everything. So next we have a couple pieces that Brandon picked up. He just got a couple of button-up shirts, and you guys know he has more of a like casual street style, so a lot of the times he struggles with finding button-ups that are boxy enough, and a lot of these like vintage designer, the cut and fit of them is just so much better than like anything that you can find brand new. So this is a Romeo Gigli shirt. I'm not really sure of the brand, but it's just kind of a cool Italian yellow. Something that I can definitely wear a lot in the summer. And then this is a Dolce & Gabbana button-up shirt. And this one is cool because it almost has like a asymmetrical button situation. The owner of the store also told us that the buttons are all mother of pearl, which makes the shirt a little bit more expensive and high end, and it also has buttons in the back as well. So just not your average button-up shirt. Great straight cut boxy fit, so something that both him and I can wear a lot. He also picked up this CDG button up with some cool patch details. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it's something that he loves, and we can obviously add a couple more patches. This is probably my favorite thing that Brandon picked up from Bottega Jazz Band as well. We did such a big haul from the store, so if you guys are ever in the Lake Garda area, I'll leave the location right here, but definitely worth stopping by and go to the top floor because that's where she has all of her like archival designer pieces that are on crazy sale. So these ones are Dolce & Gabbana pants. They're just a really straight leg, almost kind of wide leg, but it's a cream color. Something that both him and I wear. We're around the same waist size. He obviously is a couple sizes bigger, so they're way oversized on me, but we're able to make it work. I picked up quite a few leather jackets. I picked up 3 leather jackets on this trip, so clearly it's just a good staple to have and like so easy to wear. This one is just classic and clean, and I love that it's kind of like a bomber fit, but really clean and sophisticated. So I already wore this quite a few times, and we had everything dry cleaned as soon as we got home, and the bill was, it was crazy. So anyways, good leather jackets I will always be down to buy because leather is just expensive in general, and I feel like vintage quality is just better. And then I also got this piece that I love. It looks a lot like Acne, like the new Acne line. They have a lot of this like almost distressed faded leather, and I've gotten so many compliments on it. I can't remember where I got it from, but I'll go ahead and pop the brand down below. But this is actually something that I got from a vintage store in Paris, I believe, but oversized, doesn't have a brand name on it, but it's a really soft leather, so love that. And I just love like the wash of it. Brandon also thrifted quite a few pairs of pants. I don't even remember where these ones are from, but I'll go ahead and show some like inspo on how I would wear it. These are like really thick canvas pants. It's a deep navy, like almost indigo color. So these are great for him because he loves his like workwear type jackets, and something like this is like a complimentary piece to something like that. He also thrifted these like cargo pants, and these ones I think are from Brute. Yeah, so this is a store in Paris that he loves. They have a lot of really cool like reworked vintage as well as vintage items as well. So it has a cinch at the bottom if you wanted to tie that. I feel like green is also kind of like a fun neutral to style that's not quite so boring as brown in my opinion. But these ones, these are a pant that I'm excited to wear in the winter. This is from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is also from Jazz Band, and it's like a really thick, almost like suede fleece material. I don't know how to describe it, but because the material is so thick, it lays really like boxy and cool. So Brandon got these for himself, but I'm definitely going to be wearing these a lot when the weather cools down. It's currently like 90 degrees out. It's going to be a while before we can wear that, but in the winter. Okay, next I have some Issey Miyake pieces. I love Issey Miyake, okay? Every time I see the brand and it's like under $250, like it's almost an immediate buy because the brand just holds so much value. The pleats are such an iconic detail about the brand, and I think no one does pleats like Issey Miyake. So this is a deep brown dress, and I was so shocked when I saw this in a store. I think they had it for like $150, but I was able to haggle it down even lower. So got this for a great price. It's just a great longer fit, great for any sort of weather. Even if it gets colder, you can throw on some leggings underneath, and because of the shape of the dress, like you can just layer so much with it. And the color I love because you don't really see this dark brown a whole lot, and I'm just not like a color girly. So then I got this tank. In Issey Miyake, I normally like to size up, so it's a little bit more of a like oversized fit on me. This is a little bit smaller, so I might take it in and get it cropped. We'll see. Maybe I'll even just have my tailor hem it without actually like cutting any of the material, so if I change my mind, it's easy to fix. Then I also got this vest from Issey Miyake, and this is something that I need to play with styling because I feel like it can kind of give youth pastor or musician vibes very easily. So I just need to play around with styling this, but I think it's a cool piece to have, especially in the summer when you want to wear pieces but still look stylish and be able to layer. Something like this is really great and breathable. I feel like you can also pin the top and make it work like that, but I think this is just a really pretty piece that I can definitely get more wear out of. This is a workwear jacket that Brandon got for me in Paris, and this French workwear is very like thriftable. I think eBay and Depop, you can kind of see a lot of them, but it's generally more expensive. So this is more of a crop jacket, which I love. I can wear this just with so many different things. It is like a really beautiful thick material, but it is like a very soft denim, so it's super comfortable but warm on. So I feel like this would be really fun for me to layer with, and I love that it's more of a like deeper, richer blue color. More of the French military that Brandon picked up in Paris. He loves these type of pants, varying different colors to kind of make it interesting. And a lot of the vintage pants I really like, especially like the men's style, because it's a little bit more of a straight fit, especially if you struggle with finding pants that are like baggy and oversized enough. Look in the men's section because the fit of their pants just work better for me. I just feel like I have better luck with that. So a lot of the times I'm lucky that Brandon likes to go shopping because I just steal the stuff that he has in his closet. This was probably the best find that I had this trip. And it is this Balmain jacket that I got from a vintage store for such a great price, especially like Balmain. It's expensive, okay? But this is a beautiful leather jacket. I think the last one that I had that was kind of like motorcycle type of look like this was from Abercrombie & Fitch. I purged a lot of things from my closet to make way for these new items, and it's totally worth it. I'll probably eventually do some sort of like garage sale or depop the items that I purged. We'll see, but this has replaced my old jacket. I love it. It's very edgy, and even with like a silk dress, I think this would be a really great contrast. And the quality of leather is really, really nice. So next, I was really excited about this. I've always wanted like a motorcycle jacket, but I haven't been willing to pay for them. Like I think in flea markets in LA, they're usually around $300 or $400, and it's like an average, I don't know, Home Depot or gasoline brand motorcycle jacket that so many fast fashion brands are copying. This one is from Japan. It's like a Yamaha, an actual motorcycle jacket. There's like padding in it. I don't know if I'm gonna take it out or leave it in, but gives it kind of like a boxy, oversized effect, which I think is super cool. The colors are great. It is a little bit more fitting on me, so I probably can't layer as much stuff underneath. This will be fun to style, even with like baggy pants, cargo pants, any of Brandon's like denim. I think would look really cool with this jacket. A couple more pieces in the vintage aisle, and then I'll share some of the newer pieces that we picked up this trip. But this is a jacket Brandon picked up. Maybe I'll let him talk about this jacket, but it's a little bit of a thicker material, which I think he loved. The color is also this really cool like wash gray. So he's already worn this a lot of times. I love the look. I think this is French workwear as well, and I just think the style or the cut and fit of these types of jackets is just timeless. And then he also got like a green jacket as well. There's this one that I loved in Brute that was like reworked vintage that was like $350. So Brandon thrifted something very similar, and so I feel like if we ended up adding some contrast stitching to this, I think it'd be really cool. But the color is just very unique and something that him and I have both worn a lot already. Okay, let's move into the new, shall we? I picked up some bags from the Polène store, so I actually do get gifting from them. This isn't sponsored, but the bags were gifted to me, and I can still be honest with you guys. I would buy this bag myself, okay? A lot of the bags I have from Polène, I actually wear a lot, and lately when I've been going out, I've been reaching for my Polène bags over my designer bag, so I think they're 100% worth the money, especially if you are going to Europe, you get the VAT refund. So that is also another reason why Brandon and I go so hard, because a lot of the stores, especially like more well-known vintage shops, some of them are able to do tax-free VAT refunds, so make sure you ask, because at the airport, you get your little barcode and you get around 50 to 20% of your money back. So you save a lot of money shopping in Europe, especially if you want to get like more higher end or designer items. Save your big purchases for Europe, because even like Polène bags, I think you save over $100 every bag that you get with the VAT refund. So anyways, this bag, I love it. I forget the name of it, but I'll go ahead and pop the name. I think it's called the Issey Mini. This is like the smaller size, and I love it. It is just like a gorgeous brown bag, and I love that this one has longer straps, especially if I have a lot of layers on in the winter or something like that. If I have a big coat, it's not so difficult to like dig inside and grab stuff. So for a tote bag, this is something that I can get a lot of wear out of. I've already gotten so many compliments, and questions about it. It's just gorgeous, and I feel like I could also probably fit Brooklyn in here as well. Have her little head out. The sides also have these little like magnetic clasps, so play around with the bag shape and all that stuff. And there's another little strap here if you want to use that, but I think I prefer the long straps. And then interior of the bag is this suede material, and then it comes with a little extra thing for your belongings, wallet, etc. But gorgeous bag. I wore this in Montreal and I got so many questions about it. Next, I got a really fun little chickadee bag from Polène, and the yellow I'm obsessed with. Bottega has a couple of bags in this color, but I wasn't obsessed with any of the shapes of the bags that Bottega had, but this one from Polène is just so cute. It's a great little summer bag. I've been reaching for this bag a lot. It has a magnetic clasp, so it's super easy to get in and out of. You can only wear it as a crossbody, unfortunately, but I feel like it's such a cute little bag. It's a good size, not too small. You can still fit a decent amount of things in here. So if you guys want a more in-depth review on this bag or the Sime bag, let me know. I'm probably just butchering those names, but I love Polène. I feel like the quality of their bags is definitely worth the money and a lot nicer than some of the designer bags I have in my collection. So next we have probably my biggest purchase this trip. It was a bag from Bottega, and this was very spontaneous. I was not even planning to do this, but I walked in just to try on and this happened. So this is the Jody small size. I don't know why this is called the small, because it's a capacious bag. Okay, so it's actually like a chocolate brown color, which on camera it almost looks black, but it goes with so many different things because it is like a rich espresso color. The quilting on it is gorgeous. It's a really soft leather material. On the inside it's lined with leather as well, and I love the little knot detail. I was considering either this size or the mini. It's a little bit too small to be worn on the shoulder. I'm a shoulder bag girly. I don't want to have a bag that I hold in my hand at all times, or even like on my wrist. I feel like this gets annoying. And Brand and I be doing activities, we're scootering, we're biking around. I want to have something that I can have up on my shoulder and like out of the way. So perfect bag for me. If you want a more in-depth review or like what I can fit in this, let me know. But I haven't worn this bag a whole lot yet. It has been super hot in LA, and I'm not like a huge bag girly. Like I prefer my smaller sizes, so I'll eventually get some wear out of this, but I am excited because they did not have a lot of this color and it was a good one. A couple more vintage accessories that I almost forgot about. I had this baseball cap that I picked up. It's from a brand called R13. I forget. I'll pop the name on the screen, but Brandon said it was a cool brand and I like the way that it looks. This belt from Isabel Marant, and I actually saw a gal wearing this on TikTok that I'll pop on the screen, and I saw this after I already bought this belt, so I'm actually really excited about it because the lady in store was kind of showing me how I can wear it, but she wasn't super sure herself, so I'm just gonna copy that TikTok, honestly. It's super cool because you can wear it open like this for more of a like street style type look, or you can have it knotted like so many different ways. I feel like there's just a lot of different ways that you can play with this and wear it. I also just don't have like a whole lot of belts in my collection, so something like this that can be more of a statement piece when I'm wearing a more basic outfit is interesting and fun to me. So I just want to force myself to step out of my comfort zone and lean away from like doing such basic outfits. You know, I feel like every time I go out, I do the same type of outfit formula, and by getting more unique pieces, it almost forces me to be a little bit more risky, more risks with my outfits, you know? Nearing the end, we have a couple more accessories and shoes I want to share with you guys. I got these sunglasses from Chini. I'm just such a sunglass girly. It's one of my favorite accessories, especially if you have a more simple outfit. Having a more statement sunglass can really change the whole look. And these ones I love because it's almost vintage looking, but sleek and modern. And it's from a brand called Chini. Their sunglasses are pretty affordable. I think these ones were like $120 or $150, which a lot of my sunglasses, Saint Laurent, Celine, my Allem sunglasses are all like $300 to $500. So I'm down to splurge, but these ones are super high quality, and every time I've been running out the door, I've been grabbing these ones just because they go with everything. I love the way that they look, and I feel like vintage sunglasses have a cool look, but the quality is never really there. So this is a great middle ground for me. So I love these. It's a collab with a brand called Etresex. So I really like these. I'll link them down below. And then another pair that Brandon got are these ones. It's a little bit more of a like summer frame, but it's this clear yellow color, which I think looks super cool on him and I could wear as well. So these are just kind of a great summer sunglass. I just love sunglasses. I love collecting different ones. Then I got a pair of vintage Chanel heels. I love these. It's actually like a brown and black colors, so I can wear these with so many different things. I love the detail. I love that it's kind of a kitten heel, but it's a pointy toe. So with baggy pants, dresses, skirts, it's sexy but sophisticated, but you could also wear this to the office as well. And I love the duo of colors, just very versatile, will go with everything. And we're actually going out to dinner tonight with some friends that are in town, so I feel like I might wear these tonight. So I'll let you know how comfortable they are, but because they are vintage, I feel like they're already more broken into. So for me, if I find a good pair of vintage designer shoes that fit me, they're more desirable for me because they are like already broken in. So good find. And then the little Chanel logo is super small and dainty on the side, which I actually really like. These ones were very spontaneous. I've always liked Rick Owens as a brand, but it's a little bit too like edgy and almost punky for me sometimes. But I saw these sneakers in store and they had my size. It was the last one, so it was meant to be. I actually wore them with like a lingerie slip dress and I think it looks super cool. I love the way the contrast of like girly and dainty looks with a shoe like this. So it definitely is a big statement piece. I feel like I have my Converse, I have my classic shoes, that this is something that is gonna force me to go outside of my comfort zone. And they actually are pretty comfortable as well because the toe box is quite wide. Brandon picked up a pair and we had no issues breaking them in, so. Okay, last thing that I want to talk about is these pair of Margiela flats, and these are so uncomfortable. Like I wore them for like not even 15 minutes walking around and I couldn't bear to keep them on. So they are a beautiful flat. It has their like signature tabby camel toe look. My brother calls these my turtle shoes or my hooves, but I love them. It definitely is an iconic look, and the ballet flats are definitely coming back, so these are super fun to style. I styled them in my like summer trends video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it up in the corner. But flattering little flat. I need to break them in so I can get more wear out of them, but I love that it's like an off-white cream color. I also am down to invest in designer shoes and accessories like bags, sunglasses, because I think it's so much more worth the money, because I think these were around $700, but if you get anything from Margiela clothing wise, it's like over $2,000. So I would just rather get shoes or bags, you know, or get ways. That is all the items that Brandon and I picked up for our almost 4 weeks that we were in Europe. It was quite the haul, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see more styling videos from me, thumbs up this video so I know, or leave me a comment down below if you want to see any sort of like specific review videos or anything like that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!